This is Glenn Spillman with Epic News Sports, and I'm here with Mike Morales, who just won the fight against Idrees Wasi. It went the distance, but he got the decision. Mike, tell us about going the distance, and sometimes leaving it up to the judges is something that you don't want to do. You had control, I thought, the whole fight. So give us your thoughts on it.
I felt pretty comfortable leading up to his fight. He's a dangerous fighter. He's really relaxed. He has a lot of experience. But the biggest hole in his game is his ground game. And for me to come in with, I feel, a better ground game, and me being kind of the heavier fighter, it played more into my part, And as far as going the distance and leaving it to the judges' hands, you never really want to do that.
Yeah,
but hats off to my opponent. Sometimes you just can't finish the guy off, Sometimes they're just there for the long run.
Right. Now, you were doing ground and pounds. Pretty much when you got him on the ground, you were just pounding him and pounding him. Now, did you think at any time during the fight that you had him, that he was going to tap out at any point in time?
I think it was in there either the end of the first or the end of the second. I had him in the guillotine, and I almost had it choked in, but I only had one arm in. I didn't have two. That was the only closest I'd known to him submitting, possibly. But other than that, he was a pretty tough guy, and he usually rolled with the punches when I was ground and pounding him, so it took a lot off.
Right.
To where I couldn't land cleanly, and if I did, I couldn't land consecutively enough to add up to finish him.
Right. Now, we were talking earlier, you said you broke your pinky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so how did you do that? What part of the fight did you do that?
I think it was the second round. I caught him with a really stiff jab when he was coming in, and I was going to try to do it the same, and he slipped. And when he slipped, instead of catching him full, I just caught him with the corner, and it just breaks, Sometimes, you hit hard and you break your hands.
Right. So when you broke your pinky, at any time, were you concentrating more on the pain, or did you just ignore it and you were just the full adrenaline going?
I was aware, that there was something wrong with it, but I fought with broken hand before, so nothing you can really do about it, just keep pushing and just work through it, pain is a pain, but at the same time, you can mentally get through things if you make yourself.
Right. Now, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Anything that you want to promote right now?
Yeah, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Rudy Valentine, Iron Pit Fight Team. He is my coach and my trainer. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have wrestling. I was never a wrestler. I was nothing but a brawler, and he showed me the game and stepped my wrestling up. And I owe this fight to him because of that wrestling is really what got the job done tonight. And I'd like to promote Adamant Fightwear. They sponsor me. Good sponsor, look them up, they support me 100. And shout out to Susanville, California. It's a small town. I'm a small town guy, and I'm trying to make my way.
All right, folks, you heard it from the man himself, Mike Morales. You can catch more of this on our YouTube channel, Epic News Sports. Watch this interview and catch the story later on tonight on epicnewsports.com.